Okay guys, today I'm going to teach you how to use your light sensor as a color sensor. It's a little trickier than just having an all-out color sensor, so we're going to teach you how to use this light sensor. Very first thing I want you to go to is open up a new program. When you do that, remember we have the three palettes down here. We have our common palette, our complete palette, and our custom palette. We want to go to our middle one, which is the complete palette. Next, what we're going to do is go to our sensors, which is the yellow box with the arrow pointing up. We want to do light sensor. Okay, I'm going to drop that down. Now, what I have here is, if this might have popped up on yours already, it might not have. It just really depends. Mine popped up right away because I had it plugged in. Yours probably looks just like this, where it's blank. What I want you to do now is take your USB cord, plug it into your robot, make sure your robot's on, and then go ahead and plug it into the computer. You also want to make sure you have a light sensor connected into port 3. Port 3 is one of the ones down on the bottom, not the tops, the A, B, or C's. If you look at the bottom of your NXT block, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this one has 3, make sure it's in 3. Now plug it into your computer, which is what I'm doing right now. And if nothing happened, what you want to do is over here, hit your download and run. Okay. Now that I've done that, my light came on my sensor, and now you see I have a color reading. Well, go over to the course. You're going to want to do this at the course because we want to make sure we have accurate readings. I'm doing it not on the course, so my readings might be a little different than yours. First, I'm going to take my white ball, my white marble, and on the course map, I want you to go ahead and hold your sensor directly over the white marble. When you do this, the light will be shining. You can almost see the reflection of the light on your marble. Now, if you look at mine, when I'm doing it here, I'm getting pretty high readings, 70s, in between 50 and 70. That's kind of a big range, but it's because I'm also moving my marble around a little bit. So, I'm getting readings that are pretty good, over 55. I think I can say pretty reasonably that I'm getting them over 55. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to use a greater than sign and say I want to have, with my white marble, it is greater than 55. Now I'm going to look on my black marble. Again, holding the light sensor over it. Oh, my marble went rolling. Ooh, I'm getting pretty low here. In just a different area and see what happens here. Let me put my marble one other place. Still 30s. That's a pretty low reading. So anywhere from 20s to 30s. To be conservative with this, I'm going to say any light source less than 40 will be black. You don't have to do that. You can go and look on the course and see what yours says. This is just on my course. So less than 40, I'm going to put as black. Now the last color, remember, we are doing is red. So let's take a look at the red. Let me get it here where I want it positioned. I'm putting it over. I'm getting greater than 50, but, ooh, 40s now. I would say any 45 to 50. So again, conservative, I'm going to say anything greater than 45 is going to be red. Now I have all of those. So now I'm going to build the program that lets me actually say if this is the right color or not. Remember, the reds, you will pick them up, but all the other ones you get to choose. I'm not picking up the red today. I'm just going to see if it works with what I've just said. Now remember, I said that my whites were greater than 55, my blacks were less than 40, and my reds are going to be greater than 45. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to add a switch. That's here in the flow, and you see I have a switch right here. I'm going to just drop it in. If you look, it automatically says touch sensor down here. We want to change that because we are using a light sensor. So I'm going to change that to light sensor. Okay, now if this is greater than, let's say we said 55, right? If it is greater than 55, we said that one was going to be white. And just for the sake of this program, I'm just going to make it a sound. So the top means if this is actually greater than 55, it's going to say something. I'm actually going to make it say white.
White.
Okay. If it's not greater than 55, we want to switch this again. Well, let's see if it can find another color. So, again, it automatically goes to the touch sensor, so we need to change that to the light sensor. So now we're going to check to see if it found the black. Black, we said, less than 40. Less than 40, and you see I changed this. They have a greater than, which is the top one, less than, which is the bottom. So I changed it to less than, and then here I just highlighted my box and changed it to 40. So now if it's less than 40, we said that would be black. So again, if that is less than 40, I'm going to have it say that word and just say black, so it identifies the marble. Let me go down and find it here. There it is.
Black.
If it's not, we have one more color it needs to find. So again, one more switch. Once again, that touch sensor, I need to switch it to the light sensor. And now we said greater than 45, and that was going to be our red. So if it is, remember yours will have to pick it up. I'm just going to have mine say red right now. And if we look like we're having a really hard time with it picking those up, we might change that. But right now, let's go ahead, and I'm going to make it say red. If it's not, if it goes through, it's not white, it's not black, it's not red, what do I want it to do? Yeah, I'll just have it move a rotation. That way I know what it's sensed. Now I have my program. Well, let's see. The first one I'm going to put in here is, let's see if it can find my red marble. So I'm going to have my light sensor over my red marble now. You guys can't see that, but I do. And I'm going to hit play. Let's see what happens. Oh, it said it. It said red. Yay! I'm glad it worked. Okay, now I'm going to hold it over my black marble. Let's see what happens. Ah, it's working. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, last one, white marble. It worked on all of them. I'm going to go through again. Here's the black one. It's seeing it. Sweet. So the program's working. You can use these amounts if you want to, but it might be a little different. I'm not doing mine on our mat right at this moment. So please go through and look at your sensors, and as a team, decide what range. Be conservative. If it's hovering around 60, move it to be anything greater than 55 or 50. Have fun, guys.